Yeah, like I said, I was just chilling here trying to sell my car, and then Ming and RJ walk in with Fanny, and then they don't want to speak to me and explain kind of what their thought process was and what they want to do. I mean, I I don't like. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro, because you my dog, and I got your back, and you probably like the only person in the city right now that I can say I have like you have my 100% trust that I know you'll never backstab me or nothing, right? So obviously, what you had to say, means a lot to me. So, what do you think? How do you envision this, or what do you think it is? Because I'll be honest. I told Ming the same thing. I was like, "Do you see this as a business, a group, or a gang? What do you see this as? What do you
So
see
so
this as?"
here- so here's here's exactly what I told Ming yesterday. I said to him, listen, I am up for buying the house and fucking doing like I think that's a good idea, right? Like yeah, right now it might cost us a lot of money, and it might be fucking rough to get like 900K what the fuck the house costs.
I don't think it will be, but
Yeah,
go
but
ahead.
I no, but what I'm saying is right, we could invest that money into something else, right? In the short term, it's gonna fuck us, right? But in the long term, I think it's a good thing to have. And I think we buy the house no matter what, right? But now we spoke about obviously bringing back stuff, right? I told him like I don't think we would bring like I said to him, I said, listen, I'm not really up to bring shit back if Marty's not there. You know what I mean? I got wait to see what
Yeah.
Marty says.
Well, I'm gonna tell you the same thing I told him. I said, I've spoken to Marty like a handful of times, not nothing like on a personal level. When he was here and he showed us with the Wi-Fi and explained his idea, and I bought a couple of GPUs off him. But obviously, me and him have some history from in the past, and I haven't spoke to him on a personal level. I don't know how he feels. I have no problem with him. I even told him I was like, I think it's a good thing if Marty does want to be a part of it. It only benefits because he whether you like it or not, he's really smart. He's capable and he knows what he's doing. But the thing is, like, I told Ming, I was like, what happens if you talk to me, right? And then you tell him that you talk to me about it and say, I'm not saying he will do this, just hypothetically speaking, right? Like, he's like, uh, nah, I don't want to be a part of this if Future's a part of this. Or if he could very well say, oh, yeah, I'm down. And then at that point, what? Because Ming told me something that kind of like stuck with me a little bit. Now, what
Yeah,
do you
what
think?
was that? Wait, what's that? What did they tell you?
I'll tell you after because I don't want it to sway what you have to say. So go ahead, tell
Listen,
me,
like
and
I
then I'll
said,
tell you.
listen. I'm like no matter what, right? I'm down to buy the house and fucking have that shit running, right? Like I'm down for that. But I'm talking about a whole different thing. You know what I'm talking about when I say bringing shit back, right? And I said to him, listen, I wouldn't feel right to bring something back with if Marty's not there, right? Like you get exactly what I'm saying. But
Yeah,
buying
because
buying buying the house and doing that, that's a different. Like yeah, I'm not opposed to that.
I understand that, but you realize, like, if we do this and it does go through, everybody that is a part of it pretty much now is affiliated in some shape or way or form. You see what I'm saying? Whoever has a problem, and that shit is pretty much everybody's problem. And what does that, what pretty much what does that describe to you?
I don't know. I gotta. I don't know.
You see what I'm saying?
I get what you're
You,
saying.
you,
Yeah.
you see, yeah, you see exactly what I'm saying, right? Now that's the problem with it. Now again, I told him I was like, "Is this a business, a group, or a gang? Which is it?" He said, "This is what Ming said." He said, "A little bit of all three." That's what he said. I understand where you're coming from. Like, yeah, it wouldn't feel right without him because he's the one that brought all of us together, right? To a certain extent, I agree as well.
Yeah. I mean, I just I don't know. I'm still like I'm down to do it, but at the same time, like I just gotta see what people say. Like we gotta see I mean, still gotta speak to people.
I mean, I'm gonna be
And there's
honest,
also
bro.
the problem of you know, I got new people around me, like people like AK, and now I don't know how AK would feel about this, right?
I
And I'll be
mean, me
real
and
with
Fanny
you,
were thinking about bringing him in. No,
and I'll be real, yeah, but like, listen, I don't know how AK would feel about this, and I'm not about to leave him behind, right? Like, listen, he's stuck with us, he's been with me for a long time. I'm not about to leave people behind, so it's a little bit more complicated than just let's just do this, let's just do that, right? You gotta like,
well, I agree. In a perfect world, obviously he'd go right, but obviously you never know him or you haven't talked to him or whatever, right? But Ming said he would, even if he didn't go, would kind of most likely do it. Nah, I'm gonna be honest with you because you my dog. Um, if you weren't a part of it, I don't know if I would or not. You know, I don't know. That's kind of like a big drawback. Because like I said, you're like one of the only. You're pretty much the only person I know in the city that would never do me wrong. So I don't know. You see what I'm saying? Again, if you didn't join that shit, it'd be like a big problem for me at least.
Yeah, nice. I get what you're saying.
Now, like I said earlier, when I just told you like what Ming said, I brought up the hypothetical to him, right? And you know what he said? He said that if Marty did do that, that he would choose me because apparently what Ming said is Marty already made up his mind. That's what Ming said. And I told him, I appreciated that because he's always.
What do you mean he already made up his mind? I mean, last time I spoke
That's
to
what Ming.
Marty, I mean, we told Marty about it, and Marty said he's gonna think about it. That's the last thing I heard.
I'm just telling you what Ming said. I'm just telling you what Ming said. That's what he told him. That's what he told me yesterday when we had the meeting here. And I like I told him I appreciated that because Ming's always had my back. Even back in the day, he was one of the ones that vouched for me, stuck his neck out, and he understood where I was coming from. So again, I think it's if it was completely or if I had a say in it, I'd definitely want Marty to be a part of it, just like you do. And like you said, it wouldn't be right without him. But at the end of the day, I mean, you can't make somebody do something that they don't want to do. So I mean, just talk to him and see what he says. Again, like I said, that hypothetical is always there. I don't know how he feels with me being a part of it. He could be like, it's either me or him, or I don't want to do it if Future's in there. Or he could very well be like, oh, I'm down. Me and
Yeah, I
Future
mean,
are cool.
you're just
You know?
you're just thinking of like that's what I'm saying. Like
Well, you got to think about all these possibilities. Yeah, you got to think about all these possibilities. Anything's possible.
I mean, yeah, but you're just thinking of like fucking worst outcomes here. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, do you not have to always think about worst case scenario? Keep it in mind. No, it's better to be prepared for the worst. You see what I'm
if
saying?
anything, I think he. You're saying like he wouldn't want to do it because you're here, right? I think if anything, he just
I'm not
wouldn't want to
saying
do
that.
it.
I'm just saying that that's a hypothetical that it could happen, or very well could be like, oh yeah. I mean, what's in the past is in the past. I mean, let's do it. I don't care if Future or me and Future cool. Like, I'm just bringing up hypotheticals, like different scenarios. I'm not saying it is set in stone. I'm just bringing up different scenarios. I'm not saying anything. I just want to see how you feel about shit like that and what your opinion is on it.
I mean, if that happens, then obviously that's a him problem. Like if he comes, listen, if he comes and says, "Look, I'm not doing this because of this guy," then I mean, I don't know. We'll figure something out, right?
And again, like I
obviously
said,
that'll be a problem. But I don't think that. Like, I don't know if that will happen. I don't. Like,
I don't think it'll happen either. But I'm just asking you, like, what would happen if that happened?
Well, I don't know. We'd have to fucking get there first, right, and figure that shit out.
Yeah, I agree. And again, I'm with you on this one. I feel like it wouldn't be right without him. But at the same time, it's like, to me, it seems like Ming's gonna go through with it, like if he's in it or not. Now the question is, are you going to or no?
I don't know. I don't know. Still gotta speak to Ming and Marty, so I don't know.
And I also
But
told him,
I mean, like I said, I'm still down to like I gotta speak to a few people. I gotta speak to AK. I don't want to leave AK behind. I gotta speak to Marty.
I don't want to leave AK behind either, bro. I fuck with him. From what I've hung out with him for the little bit I have, I fuck with him.
Because if let's say AK is about this and AK is like, nah, I don't want to do this. But I gotta keep his like his opinion matters, right? Because like he's been with us from the fucking get go.
And then what happens if he says he doesn't want to do it, but then Ming's like, well, I'm gonna go through with it anyways. Then what?
I don't know. I mean, I just gotta figure shit out as we get there, you know?
Yeah. I also told Ming, I was like, this is something big. It's not something light. So if people are gonna go through with it, you have to pick people that you can trust 100%. Because me and him agreed, we don't want to wake up one day and all this shit be fucking gone. I feel like the names he named are pretty trustworthy people. We have past relationships with them. We know them. We've trusted them in the past. They haven't done us dirty. and everybody, if people are in this, have to be 100% all in. I even told them, I was like, if this is a thing and I'm 100% all in, like, I'm moving all my shit over there and I'm selling the house, putting every fucking penny I have into that shit. I'm not
Listen,
gonna half-ass it.
I think having that house, regardless, would be really nice, right? Um, it's a really nice property to buy.
Yeah, but I
I get
get
what you're
that,
saying.
but
I get what I
if
understand.
everybody's pitching in their money
Obviously,
and
I
putting all the
understand. Obviously, I
resources, then
understand. Yes, I
it's
know.
not
I know.
just. And one of my stipulations for joining or being a part of it is I told them, I was like, I know you're coming to me, but I want Peter to come with me too, because Peter's my dog and he's been here since the beginning for me with this, at least the house, and he helped me get this shit. So he said he was cool with it, and he said he talked to you about bringing Peter in too. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I mean, why not? Fuck.
Because I feel Peter's really valuable, bro. He's a great hacker, great driver. He could do a lot of things. He's not stupid. He's smart. Thinks with his head, and he's not biased at all.
I mean, I don't know. I really didn't really think that was even like a question.
I'm just saying because I didn't know if y'all just wanted me or Peter or what. And then what our plan was to. He said he wanted to use the house on Grove for like people that we knew to have him in there and do whatever. And I was like, that's perfect for RJ to hopefully prove himself, and then maybe one day get a key there, or if not, just do what he's doing there.
Well, what I'm thinking is right. Like, don't get me wrong. I think it's good to have people, but we also don't want too many fucking people. It's gonna be a fucking mess. And if that's
One
the
hundred
case, we have to
percent.
get another house.
No, 100%. I mean, right now, what is he? I think he named like 10 people. It
It's a
was
lot of fucking people.
10 people is what? You, me, Fanny, Julian, Kevin, Lovemore, me, Peter. What's that? That's 8, 9 right there. And what? Obviously, your brother Dickhead would be a part of it now. And then hopefully AK.
I listen, man. I don't know. The kid is, you know what I mean. He's my brother, but like God knows what the fuck he wants to do. You know, I don't.
Yeah.
One day he's doing this, the next day he's fucking doing God knows what else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously he's fucking welcome, right? But
I'm just saying,
what
like,
about
whenever you.
what about your
What?
dog?
Remember my dog.
What about Zuck?
Well, I haven't talked to Zuck in like a week. I haven't really seen him.
What does he do?
When he does wake up, he just runs Sandy. Just that's pretty much it. I don't know.
What about your boy? Doesn't Jamal live with you?
No,
Oh,
Jamal's never around. Tyreek's never around. I'm telling you right now, the main two people is just pretty much me and Peter, and then RJ just helps out. That's pretty much it. Like Zuck was around like one day out of like the last 2 weeks, and he just runs Sandy. But I haven't talked to him. I don't know where his headspace is. I don't know.
well, future. I don't know, man. It's a lot of uncertainties right now. You know what I mean? Like, there's people I gotta speak to, see what they think, see what their opinions are, see how they feel about things. You know, it's you know what I mean. It's a lot. It's like right now, it's hard to fucking just say yes, no. It's just gotta speak to more people about it. Like I haven't even heard a single word from AK. I don't know how he's gonna react. He might just say go fuck yourselves and leave the house. Who the fuck? You know what I mean? Like who knows what's gonna happen?
I don't think you do that. Like, there's no way you just say fuck everything y'all worked for and
Hey,
just leave the fucking crib.
yeah, but I'm just saying, right? Like there's still so much
Yeah, there's
there's
possibilities.
still so
Yeah,
much uncertainties, right?
yeah, you're not wrong. But also, you got to look at the positives too, right? We put all our shit together. Uh, think about it. How much y'all mined, how much we mined, we put our shit together. We can. Like Ming said, he wants to get blueprints, start doing shit. Shit like that.
Yeah, it's a no brainer, bro. It's a no brainer. Like combining the resources and fucking the people that you already trust. It's a no brainer. It's a good thing to do, right? But there's just some complications around it.
In your opinion, what is the biggest complication around it?
Well, for me, it's only two. For me, I want to see what Marty thinks about it, and I want to see what AK thinks about it. Like I would feel bad if listen, I would feel bad if AK would be like, nah, I don't want to do this, and we just left him behind. You know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't feel like the right thing to do.